Hi friends, and welcome back to A Mindful Mess. This week we are going to continue on with our chakra series. So last week we talked about the root or base chakra, and today we are moving on to the sacral chakra. So let's just dive right in. Before we start, I just want to acknowledge the fact that my airplane plant here has got so many little buds for flowers on it, and I'm very excited about it. Okay, let's go. The sacral chakra is our second one. It is located just below our belly button, and it is associated with the color orange. The sacral chakra is most commonly associated with our emotions, and also our pleasure. And then it is also very related to our relationships and our creativity as well. The sacral chakra has also been found to be linked to our stress response through our adrenal glands. And so this is when we go into fight or flight, we become stressed, and we have a stress response to some sort of trigger in our environment. So the sacral chakra is really vital to balancing our levels of stress. If you remember last week, I've been reading from the Little Book of Chakras, and when it came to the section about the sacral chakra, I read about how a common symbol for this energy center is the moon. And the moon is associated with the flow of water just in nature. We can apply this symbol to our lives through allowing for the natural flow of emotions as they come, even difficult ones. And so if we think about our emotions, crying is a natural response to a lot of emotions, and we are taught that it is really bad. But if we allow ourselves to cry, if we release those tears from our body, those emotions from our body, it can also release blocked energy within our sacral chakra. And also, laughter on the other side of that can feed our sacral chakra, as it is associated with pleasure. So some common signs that the energy in our sacral chakra might be blocked are that we might be feeling over-emotional, or we become easily overwhelmed by our emotions. And we also might be experiencing a lot of distrust in our relationships, or even distrusting ourselves and our gut. And also we might be experiencing a lot of guilt. Signs of a healthy and open sacral chakra include an ability to just trust our gut when we have an instinctual feeling about something. We also might be feeling really creative, have a lot of creative energy or thoughts or ideas flowing through us and through our minds, and we will also feel very inspired. I want to pause here because I think that some of these signals that we can look for, sometimes they'll be really clear and we will know like my stomach's been hurting a lot. I've been really doubting myself. I have been stuck in a creative rut. I've been stuck on this project at work, whatever it might be. My sacral chakra must be blocked. But I also think that it could be helpful to be able to, for me, I need to see things. And so I wanted to provide you with something that I've learned to kind of physically be able to see how the energy is flowing in our chakras. I learned this from my mom, who is a healing touch practitioner. And if you have not heard of healing touch, I encourage you to look it up. It is a very interesting practice. And I will say, disclaimer before I show you this, that until I tried it myself, I did not believe that it was real. But now, having done it for myself, it's actually pretty real and pretty cool. A physical way that you can kind of see how your energy is flowing through your chakras is with a pendulum. And I actually just bought this pendulum for myself in the last month or so. It's made of tree agate, and I've been wanting one for a while, but none that I have come across have really stuck out to me. And I just happened to be in a shop that I love and wasn't even really looking for a pendulum, but this one stuck out to me. So a pendulum acts as an amplifier to the energy flowing through our chakras. What it does is it mirrors and shows us the way that our energy is flowing throughout our body. And depending on the way that it swings, you can tell whether the energy is blocked or flowing properly, or whether it's actually flowing really well through your body. So I'll just show you really quickly. None of the principal chakras are in the palms of our hands, but there is energy in the palm of our hands. And so what I'd like to do is show you with my pendulum how we can see energy flowing through our bodies. So what I'll do is I will place my elbow on the table so that it is steady and hold my pendulum in the palm of my hand. And I'm just going to hold my hand as still as possible. And with time, my pendulum will begin to swing on its own. Now my pendulum is swinging clockwise, and that means, and it's actually swinging pretty strongly, which means that the energy here at this point in my body is flowing properly, it is healthy, and it is strong. So, like I said, you might have to try it for it to really feel like that makes sense and it's real. But if you need something other than just kind of looking into yourself and seeing how you're feeling, if you need something concrete, using a pendulum to read the energy in your chakras could be another way for you to test to see if they need healing or if they're flowing properly. Back on track, with the last video, I would like to provide you with 3 ways to help balance the energy in your sacral chakra. And the first thing that I'm going to talk about today is a crystal or stone that resonates with the sacral chakra, and that is carnelian. I actually have a ring with a carnelian stone in it, and I love it. It is an orangish color, which is associated, like I said, with this chakra. And I took some notes. So carnelian brings about sexual and creative energies into our lives. It can also instill confidence and courage and build passion and power. If you're feeling like your sacral chakra is off balance, I would recommend getting something like carnelian or another stone. You can just Google crystals that are good for the sacral chakra. Do some meditations with it, carry it around in your pocket or your wallet, and see if you notice any difference. The next thing I want to show you are 2 yoga poses. And first of all, do not do yoga in jeans. It is not comfortable. But what you'll see me doing here is called easy pose. And you basically sit in what most people know as butterfly. You can reach forward to get an extra stretch, and you can twist to either side to get an extra stretch as well. Next, you are going to actually keep your legs in the butterfly position, but I wanted you to see my upper body in this part, because even though your legs are staying the same, you're going to recline back onto your back and reach your arms over your head. So both of these poses are really great to help open and support your sacral chakra. Finally, I just want to give you 2 affirmations that you can say that will activate and resonate with the energy in your sacral chakra. And those are, I accept the flow of life. And the second one is, my creativity flows freely and effortlessly. I personally recommend saying your affirmations in the morning and or at night, just as you're transitioning during the day. And you can write them on sticky notes and put them on your mirror. You can set a reminder in your phone, whatever it might be, or you can come up with your own. It really doesn't matter. It's all about rewiring our brain to think in a more positive and healthy way. I hope you enjoyed this video about the sacral chakra. If you did, please give my video a like and leave a comment if you have the time. Next week, we will continue with our chakra series, so I hope you will come back for the next video. And in the meantime, until then, just remember that we can do this together, one step at a time. See you next week.